What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back. We'll put a ring on it. CheatHab, season 1, episode 3, In Love with Two Women. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. Also, make sure you hype up my videos. Okay, because I have become a part of the hype, the hype brigade, Also, I am still on the road to 1K. It feels like every time I say that, I lose subscribers. But, it is what it is, y'all. It's YouTube, but I am still trying to get to my 1K. This has been hard and discouraging, to say the least. But I'll get there when it's time for me to get there, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. To the new people, I have not said this in so long, y'all. Welcome to my channel. I hope y'all like my content. To the people that are still here, I appreciate y'all. Okay, your girl appreciates y'all. If you are still looking around and you may like it here in the ghetto, come on, y'all, come on. As you can see, I have chosen to start doing content in my room, but I may move it back into my other space. I just need to figure out how I'm going to redecorate my other space before I actually do it. I still have not decided. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, okay? Anyway, episode 3. So, y'all, we pick up with Harvey and Dominique on their date. Harvey gives Dominique a robe. It looked very comfortable. It looked very nice. And she actually liked the robe. She tells us in her confessional how Travis had disappeared. Since Travis has disappeared, this is when she started to emotionally connect with Harvey. And I was looking at them and I was like, they didn't give compatible to me. But again, that's just my personal opinion, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, Dominique said that Harvey neglected her as well, and he would like ghost her and then come back, and she didn't like that, which kind of creates more trust issues. Another thing, again, my question, why is it a need for these people to be in your life so heavily? I will say this, for that to be this long distance relationship where you're on one side of the US and he's on the other side, I can understand that, but I also feel like if you guys are not traveling to see each other, Dominique and Travis, this relationship is a waste of time. And why are you putting all your eggs in Travis's basket? Like, I feel like you really need to move around. You are a pretty woman. I just feel like Travis shouldn't be her. Travis should be a friend. Like, hey, I'm in Miami. If you want to go out to dinner or lunch, what are you doing? Hit me up. That type of stuff. But being with him on a full-time basis, because you better believe he is not with you on a full-time basis. But that is just, again, my personal opinion. So Dominique returns home. Travis is asking her a whole bunch of questions about her date, and she tells him, that Harvey gifted her a robe. He then tells Dominique that she needed to throw the robe away. He felt like, I'm a territorial man, and I'm like, if you're so territorial, why do you ghost this woman? But again, maybe my definition is a little skewed from Travis's, but I don't understand. And so she actually threw the robe away. I did not understand that. It wasn't like he was swapping out a robe and giving her a better robe, but you just wanted her to throw the robe away because it was gifted to her by a man. You are not doing your part. So whatever man comes along and want to do something for her, I feel like you You can't get mad. It is what it is. And I just noticed Joshua's hairline. I was like, ugh, girl. Okay. So Dr. Peaches walks in the house, and everybody gathered to sit down with Dr. Peaches. So now she wants to know, how was the ladies' date? And we start with Mia. Mia tells Dr. Peaches, aka Dr. Stacy, that she had a good time on the date. I think his name was Byron. And she cried because he serenaded her, and that made her feel valued. So Dr. Peaches wanted to know, are there any feelings of value in your relationship? Well, she lets us know that Jaren doesn't really go out of her way to make her feel valued, and especially when she has an opinion about something. She says that Jaren can be aggressive in his conversations, and because of that, the aggression, when they have conversations, there's this level of fear, and there's this level of unsafeness or whatever. She doesn't feel safe having conversations with Jaren. She said in her confessional that her and she told us, just to let us know, that there's no physical issues between her and Jaren. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now. I do not understand why everybody downplays some level of abuse, even if it's not physical. What it sounds like he's doing is a bit of verbal abuse. But again, you'll tell us, you'll try to put it on a tier, like physical, verbal, emotional. No. This is still some level of it. And if y'all paid attention to Mia's verbiage, her verbiage was very loud. And she was saying a lot of buzzwords. So yeah, that makes me think there is a level of abuse in their home. And when you look at Mia is her aura, her face, anything behind her eyes, to me display, I'm a woman who always cower down in order to make Jaren feel good. Not to or I cower down and I suppress myself so I won't piss him off. That's not okay. Anyway, I was like, well, basically, he be in the house yelling at you, because that's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. It's not funny, but that's really what it sound like. Because you're saying that it's not physical. Okay, Mia. Jaren's response to Mia saying what she says was, she's not afraid. Dr. Stacy was like, how are you going to say what Stacy is or isn't afraid of? And he brings up her, if she was so afraid, basically, and I'm just paraphrasing, if she was so afraid, she wouldn't have been able to just freely say to me how Cash, which was Mimi's date, how he was fine. And I'm just like, so you really are mad about that? And the way you're acting, the way you're parading around in front of everybody says a lot about you. And had y'all been in the comfort of y'all personal home, this would have went a whole nother way. You just know how to control your emotions in the moment. You know how not to look like the crazy person in front of everybody. I feel like Jaren is the type of man that internalizes everything, but you're going to make her pay for it. But it's going to be behind closed doors. It'll never be outward. And that is exactly what you did. But, again, I could be tripping. Anyway, she bring Dominique. We didn't get to Dominique. And she said that her date was awkward with Harvey because she thought that Travis was going to throw him in the pool, I guess based on the way he was dressed. And again, okay, so So she tells Dr. Stacy about Travis asking her to throw away the robe that Harvey gifted her. And she was like, why did you throw away the robe? And what would have been, if you would have kept the robe, what would have been Travis's response for you keeping the robe? Mia said that Travis would have ignored her. And that sounds about right. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to make you feel like you're not here. And because of that, Dominique doesn't feel safe. And it's just a lot of buzzwords. And these are so many red flags that further lets me know that all of y'all don't need to be in this relationship. Let me say this. This show is really, really good. Because I ain't never been so annoyed in my life. Yes, I have. But they annoy me. But that's what makes this show good. So now we get to Mimi. And Mimi talks about her date with Cash. Joshua then chimes in and he said, well, I thought that was my son because he looks so young. Dr. Stacy tells him, when you get vulnerable, you like to joke a lot. And so she was trying to have a serious moment with Joshua, asking him, how are you? What's going on with you? Let's just get it out there. What are your feelings? And so he was like, well, I'm sleepy and I'm tired and I'm thirsty. And I'm looking at Mia like, girl, you need to add single to that and let that big head ass be by himself. Because clearly Josh don't give a damn about you or this process. And it is clear. It is blatant. His disrespect is so loud. So we get to Dr. Stacy asking the women if they're going to go on a second date with the person that they connected with, or they're going to go on a date with, they're going to move forward and go on a date with somebody else. Well, Dominique and Mia chose not to have a second date. Mia says she's not going to have a second date with Byron because she's trying to protect Jaren's feelings, meaning you don't want him to get mad at you for taking a second date because he didn't take a second date with Powerpuff. Okay, y'all know that girl who had them ugly ass Powerpuffs in her head, them puff ponytails in her head. Gonna call her Powerpuff. So you felt like you needed to do the same thing because had you not do the same thing, Jaren was gonna make you pay for that. And I was very disgusted by their decisions, and I'm only saying. I was disgusted by the women's decision because their decision was based on the feelings of their men. Because when their men go on dates, they're not thinking about these women. They're absolutely not thinking about these women. But this is what happens a lot of times. Y'all put all y'all energy, y'all thoughts, and all of these things into this person. Meanwhile, this person this person isn't giving you half, or maybe just not even half, like not even half of what you were giving that person. They're not putting in the same effort you are putting in. And so what happens when you don't put in, when they put in little effort, you keep putting in more effort thinking that they're going to pull their weight. They're not. They're showing you what they're going to give you, or what they're giving you and what they're willing to give. Jaren is an asshole in my opinion. So Mimi decided to go on a second date with Cash, and Josh said to Dr. Stacy, and I felt like he was being calculated when he said this. He was like, well, I was expecting her to do so. And I thought, part of me feels like Mimi is in this process in real life, but another part of me feels like you're in this process and you're picking to go on this date with Cash just so you can piss him off. But at the same time, he's not pissed off because he really not interested in you like that. And I don't understand why you don't see that. Like, Joshua just wanted to be with Jessica. Anyway, Miss Stacy wants all of the couples to do a communication exercise with their exes, with the exes being present, or the person they, I guess, whoever they emotionally connected with. So Mia said, I think she said in her confessional that on her date with Byron, which was Jaren's friend, she haven't felt that good in a long time. And I'm looking at Mia like, you brought this on yourself. Like, you not wanting to go on a date and have a good time and feel this good, because you did say these are the things that Jaren isn't giving to you. But you're going to continue to stay in this relationship because Jaren is familiar to you. And so for that, I think that if you wanted to go out with that guy, you should have went out with him. But again, you didn't want to feel the wrath of Jaren. I think that's just what it all boiled down to. So we get to Mia's second date, which is Kevin. And Kevin is a doctor. We find out Kevin and Mia are both PKs. They both have a Christian background. Okay. Dr. Stacy actually meets with Mimi and Joshua. And she's going to invite Jessica in this greet up with them in their session. And so, hold on one second. So Joshua get in his confessional, and he did open up. He said that he says that he didn't open up, I guess, in a no, he said to Dr. Stacy that he didn't open up to Mimi because he's not vulnerable with Mimi. He said it's because he's not physically attracted. Mimi doesn't do anything for him physically. And I was like, what does that mean? And so he was saying basically Mimi doesn't sleep with him, but I feel like it's a whole lot more. I do feel like you're not fully attracted to Mimi anymore. I think you once was. I think you're not, but I also think you're waiting for the next best thing in order for you to leave Mimi. And in that next best thing, you're going to also leave Jessica alone as well, because you're going to get tired of stringing her along because you don't want to be with her. But she's so stupid, she can't even see that. Sorry, not sorry. So Mimi asked Jessica, why did you say that Joshua was your man? Jessica said both Mimi and Josh at the time, they wasn't together from her knowledge. And she said Joshua has always been able to come back to her. And I'm looking at her like, girl, that's not a flex. But go off, sis. So Joshua then says, as he's looking directly at Jessica, acting like Mimi isn't even there, he says to Dr. Stacy how him and Jessica go way back. They dated for almost 7 years. He said that he loved her, and he still do, because Miss Stacy asks, in current time, he says yes. He also says that he can talk to her about anything, and Jessica knows how to treat him. And she said that she gives massages, and he did say that they both massage each other. So when it comes down to everything, Joshua claimed he doesn't know what he wants, and because he's not ready to be committed to Jessica, but he wants the perks from Jessica, but he's not ready to stop messing around on Mimi. It annoys me to no end. So then we see Dominique go on a date with a guy named Sean. She said that she's excited about her date, but she doesn't want Travis to know about her excitement, and she don't want to say it out loud. And I'm just like, again, this is you making Travis comfortable. Like, it don't make no sense. He does not do the same thing for you. So anyway, on the date with Mia and Dr. Kevin, they are actually having a good time. She said his voice was a low tone and he wasn't aggressive. Again, your buzzwords. Say Would you really have to say the real issues between you and Jaren without putting anything, without trying to smooth it down? What is the real issue? Are you safe? That's the real question. So, Mia did say if she go out on a second date with Dr. Kevin, something may happen. Mia, you act like a woman who never gets out, and you are very suppressed. You are very, very suppressed. That your decision making is very childlike. You are very childlike. You're like one of those people that never get anything, and so when you finally get it, you consume a lot of it. What type of relationship are you in, girl? Mia gives me the kind of woman that just doesn't want to be by herself, and she don't have the capacity to be by herself. Anyway, what I do notice about these women, they lack self-love. What I thought was one thing, I think it's self-love, which is crazy to me. So anyway, Dominique is having a good time with Sean, and Sean her and Dominique have a conversation, and Sean tells Dominique that she deserves to be loved, and then she opens up about her trust issues, and I'm like, girl, why are you telling this man this? He doesn't need to know this. He really don't care. Because if we gonna keep it a buck, Sean is another version of Travis. He's a lighter complected man. Anyway, something in Sean meant, when I looked at Sean, I was like, girl, So anyway, Dominique, I will say this. When I tell you, relationships, when they become so sour over and over, you then start to do stuff that's unnecessary, like decide to be with people or to chat with people that's long distance on purpose. And that's what I've done. I choose but my problem is the people. Let me put y'all in my business real quick. Lately, anybody who I've been chatting with, and if this is you, and I chat with you, don't put that in there. Just don't comment on that. A lot of them from New Orleans. I'm trying to steer away from the New Orleans people, but I get them. But I'm not like, ugh. Again, this is just me chatting. Nothing more, nothing less. But they either live there or they live somewhere else. But they don't live where I live. As a matter of fact, I don't even meet anybody here. I don't even remember the last time I met somebody here. Anyway, that's not, I have to learn how to really be open and stuff. But it's easy to just chat with somebody because I ain't got nothing behind it. Like, And the last person I chatted with, that was a couple hours from me, I made not a mistake. I got in a relationship with him. I knew him. But I got in a relationship with the man, and I'm like, why did I do that? That was crazy. Anyway, now we're here. But yeah, so I get that. It's just easier that way, and you don't have to do a lot of work and a lot of maintenance. And maybe I shouldn't do those things. But I don't really want to be in a relationship anyway, so it really don't matter one way or another. Anyway, but all I do is chat with people. I'm not putting myself in a long distance relationship. That was that, and I left it there. Anyway, I have got to do better. Okay. Dominique returns from her date, and once again, Travis is questioning her on top of, and Travis is annoying to me, and Travis is coming off very controlling. But if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't want to be questioned. As a matter of fact, if Dominique probably questioned you, you would probably ghost her. And so I just feel like, stop doing things to people that you don't want them to do to you. It's so simple. It can all be so simple. Anyway, Travis and Dominique meet with Dr. Stacy, and she wants to bring Robin in onto their session. So I'm watching Dominique literally question Robin and how she should feel ashamed for coming after a man who's in a relationship. Y'all not married. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying you are not married. Y'all live on two separate ends of the world. All that smoke that you gave to Robin, you could have turned and gave it to Travis, but you won't. So now it looks like to Travis you're fighting over him, which I don't understand why. Like, again, you have to remember, you brought this man to the process. So her job, the other person's job, is to come on to the partner. Like, I don't know if you have not watched the show, but that's their job. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the problem is. But you going really hard on Robin when you're really mad at Travis. But you have not really addressed Travis about any of those things that he does, because you won't. Anyway, this where the episode ended. It was very good. I was thoroughly entertained. I think tomorrow, myself, Mrs. Best, James, I don't know what time. I think we're going to go live. I'm pretty sure we're going to go live to talk about this tomorrow. I want to say, I think Black Girls Den Podcast, or AKA Life with Alicia TV. Okay, subscribe to all of their channels. Okay, shout out to all of them. Also subscribe to Rhonda or One. Like, I'm just trying to figure who else. JB Says What, Shayna _MCD. Listen, I'm gonna put everybody's name in the description box. Sandra Peach Gen Extra, shout out to her. I was actually just listening in and on VKJ's live early on, so I enjoy his lives as well. He talked about power, and he went into the whole therapeutic dynamic of power with each caricature. So yes, shout out to everybody. Okay, there are more subscribers. There are more YouTubers who I have connected with over these past two years. So yes, and I subscribe to all of their channels because I actually enjoy their content. I really do. So yeah, I will drop everybody's name in my description box. Make sure, because we're all trying to get to our goal. We're still just, we do have good content. We all do different things. A lot of us do more scripted TV. A lot of us just do reality TV. A lot of us are venturing out into scripted TV. So yeah, like, a lot of people been doing it for a while now. So if you need other content creators to listen to, it would behoove you to go to all of these content creators' pages. I just want to say shout out to them. So yes, I don't know if they're all, or a lot of them are not doing this show, but I will put them in my description box. Because everybody has different content. I am Laura Chanel. She does beauty. That's my bestie. She does beauty. She does, those type of things on her content, So yeah. That is all, y'all. That is all I got, because I am just rambling. I will definitely drop everybody's names in the description box. One more thing. My cousin Courtney, she sells high vibe candles, fragrance candles on her Instagram page. I will also put her information in the description box as well. Please click on the link and purchase your candle, because that's my girl. I don't have my candle right here, but I always buy candles. I do buy candles from her. You know, a couple of us can swear by her. She really has good candles, and not because that's my cousin, but because she put intent behind her candles. And so, yes, that's my girl. Healing Out Loud, we have pushed that back. We were supposed to go live last night, but we'll give y'all a date for the actual Healing Out Loud segment. Okay, just running it. I'll give y'all a date. Other than that, after you see this, you're probably, most likely, you're going to see Double Lives of Suburban Wives. Okay, because I just started to get into that, episode 1. Yes, I'm going to drop that as well. So y'all, after you finish this, go over there and watch my review on that too. Let me see. If not, that's not, I mean, that is all for me. That is all the announcements I have. This is your girl Kiwan, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.